All right, so welcome to our March tarot and tea time, our tea party. And if you have your drink, we'll do a little cheers to get us started. Yes, got some tea, some special stuff.
Specialty that we will talk about soon.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so just want to give a little background about why we are meeting on the sequential days, because we're opening these up for public. And we really want to just tell a little bit about the whys behind we do tarot and time, but why we chose the sequential days. So, as we manifest with the moon, we utilize modalities, rituals, and harnessing numbers and their sequential numbers, amplifying whatever that number is, the number meaning is why we meet on these times. Plus, it makes it easy to remember. 333 at 3, and we always do them at Eastern time. So just a little bit about the number 3 is that it's about the communication, it's about curiosity. And so, like, if you want to take this energy that we're creating today and see how you can put it in your communication, how you can be more with the community, that outgoing curiosity person, then that's what you're going to harness and we're going to experience today. So utilizing the numbers being one of the tools that we do to manifest with the moon, but we also really work with the moon cycles. And so Ember's going to tell us a little bit more about that part.
Yeah. So right now we are waxing to the full moon. It will be on this coming Tuesday. So, whenever you're watching the replay, Tuesday falls on the 7th of March this year of 2023, and it'll be at 7:42 a.m. in the morning. So again, that's Eastern time. But if you're new to manifesting with the moon, I always think of the moon at night. No, it's happening in the morning, right? We have 1 out of 48 chances of it being. Anyway, so we're manifesting with the moon on Tuesday morning. I know I get silly sometimes. And so as we're waxing toward the full moon, what we're doing is increasing the action steps that we take, increasing our intentional work, what we need to learn to bring to the table to make our intentions happen. So we can focus on that at the full moon. So perfect timing now as we're doing this here today, as we're waxing and with tarot and tea, that we can take the information that we utilize today and see if we can apply it to anything that we need to highlight on the full moon, any of the work that we're doing. Another interesting thing about today, this moment that we're in right now live, is that this is the apogee moon. So what that means is that here, I want to share my screen. May I real quick so you can see?
Absolutely.
So the moon is, the orbit around the earth is similar to an egg shaped. So it's not a perfect circle. And there is times, as in today, where the moon is furthest from the earth. And when it is a perigee moon, it's also called a super moon, but that means it's closest to the earth. So it looks like it's larger. So what we do with this apogee moon is we consider that any sort of feelings that we have, because the moon is always connected to our emotions, our feelings, we consider that kind of what feels distant. Or we take advantage of the time if it feels distant, so we can maybe get in and do a little deeper work without having all of that protective armor, right? So we can get in and go a little bit deeper without having reactions. But if it's feeling distant, if something is not really something you're normally really passionate about and you're not really feeling it, take that into consideration. Maybe it's just a phase.
Beautiful. So so inside the academy, this is where we talk about all of this stuff, right? We get to talk about, even the fact of like the colors that we choose to wear and just all those, yeah, the tea and
The
all of this.
choice of tea that we brought
Exactly.
today.
Yes. So, but today we are playing in tarot and tea time, right? So, if you want to share, we'll start with our sharing our tarot cards, and we can go back and talk about the tea if you want to. But what cards you brought? Because what we do is we give and get readings here, and so if you brought cards, now's the time to share them, and then we'll get to choose. And then I think we have some people, like if you're not able to make it live, you can put in your request, and we can draw a card for you, and then utilize that number energy along with the phase energy and really dive into your life just a little bit more with the comfort and support of your beautiful cadre here at Luna's Vault. So today I brought this. It's the Star Codes Astro, and it's an oracle, and it's Heather Rowan Robbins. So pretty cool. I haven't worked with them very much, but I thought how cool it would be to bring them today.
Yeah, that'd be fun to play with. I'm very curious. I always love seeing new cards.
I know, right?
I have
right,
the
what else?
Akashic Tarot. I have been working with these for this entire week. This will probably be my last day playing with these for a little while, but this is really interesting. And it is an actual tarot. It's Sharon Ann Klingler and Sandra Ann Taylor who put these cards together, and beautiful, beautiful artwork. Of course, you'll get to see, one or two cards anyway.
Did you ladies bring anything? What you got? I love it.
The New Orleans Oracle Tarot deck.
Ooh.
Those are cool. Put them up. Can you put it up just a little bit closer to your camera?
Okay.
Nice. Those are
really vibrant and beautiful.
By Fatima, I can't say the last name. Maboji, maybe, but probably both of those letters are not pronounced, is my guess.
Oh, interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm anxious to see those. All right.
And I brought
that's it. That's good. Perfect.
Energy Oracle cards, and it's published from Hay House. I don't know if you guys
Yeah, we love Hay House.
Yeah, so anyway, it's just I really like it because it, the energy cards like really speak to me. So
nice. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I've gotta say something. As we were talking about the modalities earlier and what our system of correspondence is, this month is incorporating that I was able to bring, and so did Joe. Hate to speak for you, Joe, but I know you got it. I saw it. We have sarsaparilla root tea, and one of our socks this month is sassafras. It's as close as we can get to it, and this is part of sassafras. This is just a different part of the plant. This is the root instead of the actual bark, and it tastes different. It does.
I wasn't expecting to like it, but I do.
It's okay.
Tastes like root beer.
Oh, y'all have to share the link below in the recording. Please share the link to that, because I love root beer. I think that would be, I have to try it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's okay. Maybe if it had sugar in it, it might be better.
I was
Or
thinking
honey.
I need some honey or something, jazz it up.
Definitely. Honey always makes it better, doesn't it?
Does it have a real dirt taste to it?
Not at all.
No, what does it taste like?
You can definitely taste the root beer, or it's closer to that. That's I guess the closest thing that I can pinpoint, but it has a very earthy taste to it,
That's where
and
the
very
honey would be better.
dry almost a
Okay.
dry taste to it. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
interesting.
Anyway, it's okay.
Mm.
It's just okay.
Right.
I think I'll have this for a long time.
That's funny.
It'll
Because
go
I'm
well.
thinking a water sign, and so it's kind of funny to have that earth and the color of this being, going back to the heart chakra, and but it's still, it's all together, right?
It's fun, that's for sure.
Definitely. Okay,
Okay.
so let's
Who do we start?
play. Yeah. Kathleen, you want to start first since you were last sharing your cards? You can choose
Um,
who you want to get a card from.
Yeah, Amber, Ember, um, I was interested in that deck you had.
The
Uh,
Akashic Tarot.
Yes.
All right. Let's draw a card. Okay, so. And my reading, you'll have to give me a second. It's one of those tarot decks who changes the name of the suits. And it takes me a second. My brain's not that fast. It takes me a second to think, oh, they mean that suit. Or, I have to connect it to how I know tarot. So do you have a question in mind, Kathleen? One that you'd like to share?
I'm mainly, I've been kind of sick with allergies and stuff the last few weeks, and I'm a little fuzzy and feel like I've gotten off track. So I'm just looking for some, I guess, some universe guidance, whatever that looks like.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Mhm.
Okay. Forces, I had to write it down. Forces or swords. Okay, I'm good. So you've got the Four of Sources. So this is spring, this is autumn. And if you think of it in terms of, like the change of the seasons right now, it's perfect. All right. So the swords are about reasoning. It is it is the air quality or the air element, sorry. So, and 4 is also about stability. So this is about recuperation and rest and just giving yourself grace as you go through changes. And here I will look up the specifics of the card itself. Hang on just a second. I'll need both hands to do it at a faster pace. Hi, Heather, by the way.
Hi, Heather. Hey, Heather.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, excited to see you. It's a weird time of day. I didn't think you'd make it on. Nice.
I was trying to get out my door from the office and I'm in the car, so my camera's off, but I got stuck talking to some people. I'm like, I'm coming. I made a special effort. I'm like, I want to get on this call. So good to see everyone.
I love it. So while she's looking that up, y'all hold your books up again, whoever has brought their cards with them. And then that way, Heather, if you see a deck that you'd like to get a drawing from, let us know. So whenever it's your turn. So we were showing that before, but.
Well, sorry guys, I am slow. And like I said, they call it something different than swords. So I have to keep looking it up. Forces. I keep looking for swords. Okay, there's my problem. All right, I found the forces. All right, so 4 of forces. Yes, I'm still slow.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, like, it's interesting that air kind of comes up with it because, like, I feel like, air has been my enemy.
Yeah,
You
with
know what I mean?
allergies.
And it's like, I want to make friends.
I know.
I love spring. Why do you treat me this way? I love you.
Well, It says this could be a very creative period for you. So take action in a creative project or any work-related endeavors that require more time and attention than you normally would. If you do that, it could yield greater rewards later.
Mm,
It says to make sure that you engage in this extra activity with joy and optimism. And you're always planting your energy into the Akashic records of your life. So as you work toward your goal, remember to plant the hope and happiness along with all the action that you take.
mm,
Nice.
nice.
And then it gives you like a little meditative thing. I'll post that after the fact, just kind of a little action that you can take afterward.
I love that.
About closing your eyes and feeling yourself standing in a place. And I'll share that later. That'll just give you a little extra action afterwards.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
you are
Very
welcome.
All right, Joe, would you like to pick next?
I would. I love everything out of Hay House. So I think I would like for you to pull a card, Kathleen, and
Ooh, wonderful.
tell me what you got. And I sure hope you get to feeling better.
Thank you. Right, I'm holding you, Joe. Yeah, she's wonderful, right? Louise Hayes.
She is. And I don't really have a question. I'm like you, just does the universe have something, a message for me today?
Interesting. Okay, so you got this card 21, strategy. And if you can see, I don't know how well you can see that.
Oh.
It's got the feather here,
Oh, wow.
and
wow.
it looks like sorry, like a compass. Oh, it says journaling, and it's got some really beautiful celestial and paper, and it's almost like what I initially see is what there is for you to do is sort of envision and be writing, and you know what I'm saying, strategize.
I was thinking the same thing.
Not to be obvious, but let me look up number 21 to see if there's more insight on that. It's got paper and key and stuff. I can post it
Okay.
later. So let's see. And it's right side up. So that's always a positive thing. So strategy, making a plan. This card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control, add thought to action, and set your sights on the road ahead. And the affirmation is, I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals, and I am willing to take action in that direction. I am flexible, persistent, and prepared.
Thank you, Kathleen. That is so spot on.
Nice. Yeah.
I am humbled by your card. Thank you.
I'm so glad it brought you. Yes, good direction.
Validation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, Heather, Ember, you want to hold your cards up since she didn't get a chance to see yours, but you can choose from whoever's you'd like a reading from.
I know you're driving, so I don't know if that's.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm at a light.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Um,
Oh, there you go. All right.
okay.
Oh, here you go.
That's
We'll do it all.
Akashic.
I was looking at,
Mm.
Joe, did yours say New Orleans?
They do.
Oh yeah, I'll try that.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey,
Hey.
Joe. There you are. Oh, there
I'm
you
gonna
are.
turn it back off because I'm
Yeah,
I'm
turn
about
it
to
back
start
off.
driving in, but I'm at a light.
All right. Do you have a New Orleans connection?
So well, I'm always, it's like just a special, interesting, mysterious, and one of my friends who has since died, who was just loved New Orleans, we would go there, and so I just, yeah, I am interested to see what it has to say, and I want to know about love. I don't know if I'm so jaded or if it's realistic that men are terrible and I don't want to date them, or if it's that same kind of thing that people say, the more you don't look for it and don't want it, it'll come to you. Well, I'm like, I can't not look for it anymore than I am now. But I don't know that that's right. So I'm just like, to just let it, I don't know what to do, or if it's, yeah, that's all I got. So whatever message I can get around that would be helpful.
Okay. Well, let's hope this brings some clarity for you. Come on,
Okay.
Clark. I got you got spiritual knowledge. It's a bit of a labyrinth,
Okay.
it looks like to me.
Yeah, that feels right.
Oh, good. All right. I'll read it to you real quick. Spiritual knowledge, number 29. Spiritual knowledge can be gained through a multitude of experiences and teachings. During this time, you will find clarity and guidance through being open to different types of spiritual teachings. It is not necessary to tie yourself down to just one teaching, but rather to go where your energy leads you. After all, spirituality and connection are not things that can be summed up in just one book or practice for everyone. Take what resonates with you and creates a peace within you while keeping your mind open to everything. You are likely to find that you are drawn to bits and pieces of different teaching that will lead you to your own organic spiritual connection, experience, and understanding.
So this is weird because I pulled a card this morning about love too, and it gave me the High Priestess, which is fairly similar to some of what is in that card. And I don't really necessarily know what that means in conjunction. I guess seek that, and that the more that I'm spiritual and connecting with those parts of myself and outside of myself, I'll get more clarity on the aspects of love and relationships.
That's what it sounds like to me. What do y'all think?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely seemed like it's turning you inward rather than sort of outward to seek the spiritual connection, but really, it goes back in, right?
Yeah.
The journey is inward. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Focused on a spiritual. Well, we always use like the lens to look through the perspective, looking through a spiritual perspective and a potential mate or connection with someone before anything else, before the physical, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe that's
Oh,
quality.
that's
The quality
exactly.
yeah.
Because it's so easy to
which-
go the physical route, but one of my favorite sayings is the physical connections between people are the laboratory of the Holy Spirit, meaning that it's just an experiment and things explode and we play and tinker, and the laboratory is just something to play around with. It doesn't necessarily mean when you have those deep physical connections that they're meant to be long-term. They're meant to learn something and move on. So, hence I think the focus on spiritual might be what that means.
Yeah.
So I'd like to add one thing to that is go do this work today, because utilizing this 3 energy, the 3-3 energy, utilizing that, we were talking about the apogee moon as well. So you have that little bit of a disconnect, a little bit of a stretching it, but yeah, take a moment if you can today in today's energy to do that.
Mhm. You know, Heather, I was just thinking about like, Ember hosted the Labyrinth Walk this last month, right? Yeah, last month. And thinking about your card being a labyrinth, I just remember that like it's easy to judge, like the path and judge what's happening or not happening. And I heard a little bit of resignation, or what I mean, at the beginning of when you were describing what you were going through, and and so just, maybe there's something there around like, just trying to release that, not in order to have a spiritual experience, but like trying to release like that, how it's going to go or how it should go, or all that stuff.
Right.
Um
It's like, yeah, being open to it, but not seeking it. And I'm trying not, I don't want to be jaded. Also, I mean, I want to be realistic, and I want to be okay if that's not in the cards for me to have again in my life. So it's just such an interesting, so yeah, either labyrinth, balance, whatever. So I think there's even more, because I consider sometimes the physical when it comes to dating and being judged on the physical, whether I'm prepared. It's like, because I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be judged if somebody is going to judge my outward appearance. So I think that's interesting that it's talking about the spiritual and what you said, Ember, that maybe that's an aspect I really need to focus on, versus even not just being physical, but thinking that's what is going to determine the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Lots to think about.
Coming from a science major, spent a lot of time in laboratories in my college career. And that was the aha moment that I spiritually came to, of like working in a chemistry lab. And I'm like, oh, that's what this means. It was such a mind-boggling thought of, because I never got what the saying meant, that it was the laboratory of the Holy Spirit. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? Right. And I am Catholic, so I do get what Holy Spirit means, or was born and raised Catholic, but actually putting it together of, what you do in a laboratory is all about chemistry. And chemistry changes on a dime. The reactions change, can be manipulated by outside forces or internal combustions. Has nothing to do with the overall theory behind it. It was, play with it a little bit.
Yeah. And I think there definitely is something about this, the spiritual connection in a relationship and with men versus, or I am going to think on that a little bit more, for sure. Thank you very much. That was really helpful.
Cool. That's wonderful.
Awesome. Yeah. So I was hearing the tornado sirens go off here. That's why I was distracted just a little bit. So we've got that.
Yeah,
we're all in that line of storms.
It's windy.
Oh, wow. So actual warnings happening for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, Joe said that's what he was saying. Like, he's like, well, like, yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's like that calm, So now it's like it's been windy, been the rain, but now it's calm and sunny. But yeah, the sirens actually went off. So they sent Joe home from work. They called off school. They did all this stuff in preparation for this. So it's like
okay,
a serious thing. But I was like,
do we need to get off? Do you need to
I
jet
think it's
off.
okay at this
Be worried
I know,
about your
right? If it
safety
does,
right
I
now.
know after my last call where I got off so quickly, I'm like, I don't like these where I have to get off quickly, but no, I think we're cool. So
Okay.
he says I got him watching. So, but I just wanted to recognize that I'm sorry I was not present for, I try to be present when I'm here, but we got those things
Okay,
going on.
should we go in and do one for you right now in case you do have to pop off?
Okay, we can do that. Sure. Yes, please. I'll take the Akashic.
Okay. Because I guess you don't have to pop off. You could just leave and it'll stay on.
Right.
And
Yes.
you can go down in the basement and I can carry on until
no.
your electricity goes out. And then, okay.
Right.
Um,
I know.
do you have a question in mind?
No, I think I'm going for the general. What does the universe want me to know today? It's been a busy last few days, last few couple weeks.
Okay. You got it. All right, got the cards. Get my list of what's what here.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, you have a major arcana, so that's easier for me to figure out.
easy.
Okay, so this is the Akashic Library. So this is number 2. Let me double check that. Yeah, this is number 2, the Akashic Library. So normally that's a high priestess, but because this deck is different, let me look up and see, which I find that interesting because Heather, isn't that what you said you got earlier today?
She did.
Okay.
I was on mute. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if you said the priest or priestess. Okay, so this includes a great library. Well, I'm not going to give you what the card looks like. Let's get down to the good stuff. Okay, so sometimes this card can indicate writings or publishing a book for you, but the card symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Hang on, sorry, I got a thumb in the way. So further investigation may be required, but now you have a better understanding of your old motives and your new purpose. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as a greater self-creation. So during this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. Get started today and write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. And then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen right now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to make it your own.
Nice. I like it.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to write my life. Good thing.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So let's go. You want to do yours? And then we'll do
okay.
Joyce.
Sure. I want, what do you have, Kathy?
I have the energy oracle.
You have the energy. Oh, I saw it. Kathy, give me yours. Yeah, I've never seen
Marco's.
this before.
Okay. They're really pretty. Look, this is what they look like. It's
Very
right with our, I know her. It's a
We have
code.
we have a tornado watch right now here as well.
We do.
I think it's on
You
that,
can't
that
see
whole
it, but it's
line.
really very windy.
Oh. Yeah, you keep stopping. Is that hitting you too, Joe? Are you in that tornado line as well?
I think we were on the weather map this morning. The sun is out right now. It was really ugly earlier and it's blowing like crazy. So I have to look again.
Kim, do you have a specific question?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me about
Oh.
tornado. Yeah, I have a tornado watch happening too. But just a watch. Yes, actually. So my question, or what I would like to get from the card, is about connection, relationship connections. And I do have a couple in mind. I'm going to kind of see where it falls, but there are a couple of relationships I would like some clarity on.
All right. Okay. All right. Oh, opposition, confrontation. Ooh, 53. All right. That sounds
Interesting.
interesting. I know, right? Okay.
Are those horses? Oh, no,
Let's
no,
see.
they're,
They are. Yes, they are. Or no.
Deer with antler.
yeah, some sort of
Yeah,
antler.
because actually it looks like a horse, but it is more like a deer with the antlers. Okay.
Elk.
But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my glasses on here. 'Cause I'm struggling without them. Okay, confrontation. You see it okay?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. It looks like when two planets oppose each other across the circle of the zodiac, as the sun and moon do on a full moon, both planets will either be in a sign of a yang element, fire and air, or yin, which is the water and earth, and stare directly at each other across the earth like partners in a wrestling match. The opposition can feel like a stare or a dare challenge, like boot camp, where confrontation pushes everyone to grow. So this is nice. Okay, the action is, this is not a comfortable situation, but that's not the point. You're being challenged to grow. Look at the situation as a dojo, a martial arts training center, and take the training. You don't have to trust the wisdom of the people you are wrestling with, but you can trust the pattern itself in this great cosmic workout. Practice your best skills. Stay centered and operate from wisdom and strategy instead of emotional heart. Listen for hints on how to improve your style. Obstacles are in your way are not there to stop you, but to push you towards your personal best. The situation may be set up as a dichotomy. You or them, love or work, your ideas versus their ideas. Question the dichotomy's illusion and look for a third position of resolution. A both and solution versus either or. If the way forward feels truly blocked, look for another path. Sometimes an opposition, particularly in transit, says, "You shall not pass this way, find another route." An opposition dares you to proceed. Decide if this path is worth the struggle. If it is, throw those skills, hold your ground, and fight for what you believe in. You are being asked to prove to yourself and others that you have the skills needed for the next step. So here's the challenge. This situation is an inconvenience growth opportunity, but not a punishment. Decide if it's time to build muscles or to find another path. And then the gift here is, this situation offers you a chance to burn through karma if you can continually respond with compassion and tough love from your highest self. Take the high road. Wow, that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, okay, that was a lot to digest, so I'm looking forward. Will you take a photo of all of that and send it? I mean, yes, all of us do that for each other, but
Yeah, in the recording here.
yeah,
Post it
in
in
the
the
recording.
comments of the recording, please.
But that's really interesting, and it was really obvious at first because I had two relationships I was focused on, not knowing which one it would land on, and it started so obvious with the one, and then toward the end I'm like, well, maybe it's the other. Yeah, so maybe it's both.
Right. And certainly today's a great day to explore.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Joyce is last, or do we have others?
Joyce is last. She does not want tarot. She wants an oracle of some sort.
Okay.
That's all I know.
All right.
Meaning I don't know if she has a specific question in mind or anything, just a, yeah, just a draw, just a card.
I think Heather, or not Heather. Heather, you have just the tarot, right?
I do. That's what I was looking. I have some Buddhist oracle cards that are awesome, but I think they're at my office. So all I have is the Rider-Waite.
Okay. So how about let's do Joe then? I think we'll give her a little bit of New Orleans.
Okay.
And thank you, Heather.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did she have you said she didn't have a particular question, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Just the oracle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a message, just whatever the universe wants to tell her today.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And the New Orleans cards are funny. Some are very specific to New Orleans to me. And yeah, because some are specific landmarks, but then others are like the spiritual knowledge. And then there's others that they're not specific to New Orleans. Okay. Cut. No. Okay. She got number 15, step back.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is a lady standing by, to me, what looks like some cliffs in California. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There is no place in Louisiana with that kind of elevation, just saying. But it's okay. All right, number 15, Joyce, this is for you, and I'll take a picture and post it, and I'll post yours too, Heather. Oftentimes we can get so caught up in the details of what's going on in our lives that we can no longer see things clearly. Just as taking a step back from a picture to see it more clearly can be helpful, it is now necessary to step back from your current situation in order to see what's going on more clearly. By allowing yourself to look at the situation from the outside in, you'll be able to take in more of the bigger picture in order to come up with a solution that it's not only more solid and in flow, but also more empowering. There you go, Joyce.
All right.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So definitely post that. And one thing I want to say before we take off, and that's all that we have, I guess. Let me double check, but I don't think we have anybody else that requested. Let me double checking that. As for dates we have our full moon ritual coming up on Monday. All right. That is Monday, 8:00 Eastern. And then there is the full moon nature walk on Tuesday, and that'll be at 2 p.m. in Atlanta. If you're interested in going, reach out, let me know. So that's Kathleen, Heather. I think there's a couple others that, and our group, no, but a couple of others that might be going. And that's going to be in Sandy Springs at the Big Tree Preserve. Just FYI.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I will
I was
share.
looking to see if there were any other on Facebook,
Oh,
but it
okay.
doesn't look like it right now because you checked the Academy, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, we're
Okay. Yeah.
get in there.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. That has
Thank you for that. Yeah. And then if you're interested in the workshop, we have that available as well. So inside of the Academy, if you haven't already done it, if you're interested in doing it, we'll include a link to the Academy in the comments as well on YouTube. So for those of you guys that are not already in there, but thank you.
It
Yeah.
does have access. When I try to go in, it tells me I don't have access.
Oh, well, okay. Let me double check that, and I will make sure that you have a direct link that I'll send inside the messages to inside the Academy, the direct message to you. So that way you're already in it, and then you can just go boop, boop, and get in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Kathleen. I noticed that you shared that do you want to share them in the recording, like when we put it inside the Academy? If you'll share the images there too.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So this won't show up. Okay, got it.
No, it won't show up. It'll be separate. It doesn't show up the
Okay.
feed, the comments whenever we post the recording. But
Okay,
we'd
cool.
love to
Put 'em
have
in
you, if you
Put
don't
them in the
care.
comments then. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
That would
All
be
right.
handy if it did, wouldn't it?
I know it would, but
No wonder it
yeah.
doesn't do
And,
that.
and maybe, I mean, technology, it's moving so fast, it probably will eventually. But until then, we'll just do our little workaround. So,
Okay.
Y'all stay safe.
right. Yes, you too.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Yes,
Happy
cheers,
manifesting.
everyone.
Have a great
All
weekend.
right. Take
Bye,
care.
everyone.
Bye.